Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daily English Listening Podcast. I'm Michelle, and if you're an English learner, this podcast is for you.
And I'm Chris.
Okay, Chris, today we're going to talk about something really important and honestly, super useful.
Ooh, important. I like important.
We're going to talk about the most common job interview questions, the ones that really, really matter.
Okay, I'm listening.
And actually, I remember one time, this was before we even had this podcast.
Before the podcast?
This was for a marketing position at a company I really, really wanted to work for.
Oh, so the stakes were high already.
Very high. I'd practiced my introduction, I had my resume memorized, I felt ready.
Sounds like a good start, honestly.
It was. Until we got about 10 minutes in.
Uh-oh. That's usually when things get interesting.
I was in an interview, and the interviewer asked me the classic question. So, what would you say is your biggest weakness?
Oh no, I know that question. It's a trap.
It is a trap. And in that moment, I decided I was just going to tell the truth. The whole truth.
Wait, the whole truth? Like no filter at all?
No filter. I said, honestly, I'm really bad at deadlines. I always turn things in late.
You said that out loud to the person hiring you?
I said it out loud, and I watched his face change, like actually change, right in front of me.
Michelle, no.
And the worst part? I kept talking.
You didn't.
I did. We'll get to that part later, though.
Wait, you can't just leave me here.
I can, and I will, for now.
That is so unfair. Okay, but now I really need to know what happened next.
Patience. It's a virtue, apparently. One I clearly didn't have in that interview room.
Fair enough. Okay, take your time then.
You'll get your answer, I promise. But first, let's talk about why this topic matters so much.
Fair, because honestly, everyone gets nervous before an interview. Every single person.
Every person, no matter their level of English. And most of the stress doesn't come from the interview itself.
It comes from not knowing what they're going to ask you.
Right. So today we're breaking down 4 questions. 4 questions that show up again and again and again.
And stick around until the very end because the last one is the simplest sounding question of all.
Simple sounding, but honestly, it might be the most important one in this whole episode.
So don't leave early. Trust us on this one.
And by the end, you'll know what these questions are really asking, not just what they say.
What they say and what they mean are two very different things. That's the whole trick, actually.
And for us, as English learners specifically, there's an extra layer of pressure too.
True. It's not just what do I say, it's can I even say it in English under pressure?
Right, your brain is translating and thinking and trying to sound natural all at the same time.
Which is why preparing the content in advance helps so much. There's less to think about in the moment.
Less pressure on your English if the ideas are already sitting there, ready in your head.
Makes total sense. Okay, quick favor before we go further.
If this podcast has ever helped your English, hit subscribe.
It genuinely helps us keep making these episodes for free for everyone every week.
Every subscriber matters more than you think. Okay, so back to my story.
Finally.
So I said the deadlines thing and I saw his face change.
And then what happened? Did you just stop talking?
No, that's the problem. I didn't stop. I kept explaining. Yeah, and honestly, I get distracted pretty easily too, and I forget small things sometimes.
You added more weaknesses in the middle of the interview?
I added more weaknesses in real time. I could feel myself sinking, and I just kept going.
Why didn't your brain stop you, Michelle?
Because in that moment, I genuinely thought honesty was the safe choice. I thought, well, at least I'm not lying to him.
How did it actually feel in your body while it was happening?
Hot. My face felt hot and my voice got a little faster with every sentence.
That's the classic sinking feeling. You know it's going badly, but you can't seem to stop.
That's it. I could hear myself talking, like from outside my own head, thinking, stop, please stop.
But the mouth just kept going anyway.
The mouth just kept going. It's honestly a little funny now, looking back at it.
But that's not really what they're asking, is it?
No, and that's the big lesson here. This question isn't asking for total, unfiltered honesty.
It's not?
No, it's asking, are you aware of one real weakness, and are you already working on it?
Oh, so it's not really about the weakness itself.
It's about what you're doing about it. That's the whole trick right there.
So what did you do after the deadline's disaster? Did you try to fix it?
I tried. Mid-sentence, I said, but I've started using a calendar app to plan my week better.
Okay, that part is better at least.
A little better, but by then it was already too late. I had said 3 weaknesses and only 1 fix.
Did it work? Did you get the job?
Not really. I did not get that job.
Oh, Michelle, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I learned the lesson in the most uncomfortable way possible. Pick one real weakness. Something small, not something scary.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like, I sometimes take on too many tasks at once because I don't like saying no. That's honest, but it's manageable.
And then you close it.
And then you always close it with an action. So now I use a task list to help me stay organized.
Never leave it floating. No weakness with no ending.
Never leave it floating. One weakness, one clear fix, and then you move on to something else.
That's such a good rule, actually. Name it, fix it, move forward.
Move forward. Okay, here's a common challenge for everyone listening right now.
Ooh, I love this part.
In the comments, tell us your honest answer to what's your biggest weakness using the name it and fix it method.
One weakness, one fix in a single sentence. We really want to read them.
We read every single one, and honestly, they help us so much when we plan future episodes.
So don't be shy. Even a short comment makes our day, genuinely.
It really does. Okay, your turn now, Chris. I believe it's time for your story.
It is. Mine's about a lazy answer, if I'm being honest with myself.
Uh-oh.
This was an office job, actually my first real interview after college.
The nerves must have been intense.
Intense doesn't even cover it. My hands were sweating before I even sat down.
I remember that stage of life.
So this was a few years ago. The interviewer asked me, "Why do you want to work here?"
Classic question.
Very classic. And I just panicked and said something so generic.
What did you actually say?
I said, "Honestly, I just really need a job right now."
Chris, no you didn't.
I did. And then there was this silence, this deep, awkward silence.
How long was the silence, roughly?
Long, like 3 full seconds, which feels like an entire hour when you're sitting in that chair.
3 seconds is forever in that specific room.
It really is. And I just sat there, watching him write something on his paper.
Oh no, the writing. The writing is always bad news.
The writing is always bad news. So what's the actual trap here, do you think?
The trap is most people answer with reasons for themselves. I need money. It's close to my house.
Which are true, but they're not really what the interviewer wants to hear.
Right, because the company wants to know if you're actually interested in them specifically.
Specifically them, not just interested in having a job, anywhere.
So what's the fix in your case?
The fix is you mention something real and specific about the company, not something you memorized off their website.
Something that connects to you personally, too.
Right, like, I saw your company focuses a lot on training new employees, and that really matters to me because I'm still building my skills.
Oh, that's so much better than I need a job.
So much better. It shows you actually looked at who they are and what they care about.
And it connects to a personal goal on top of that.
Right, it's not robotic. It's just true and specific and a little bit personal.
And here's the thing, you don't even need to know 100 facts about the company.
No, honestly, just one. One real detail is enough as long as it's true and you connect it to yourself.
One detail beats 10 memorized facts every single time.
I wish someone had told me that before my I need a job moment.
We're telling you now, though. That's what matters.
True, live and learn, I suppose. Painfully.
I really love that version. Okay, let's move to the third question now.
The classic, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, this one is brutal, honestly.
It really is, and actually, this one reminds me of something that happened to a friend of ours.
Oh, tell it. I love this story.
This was for a job she really wanted too, at a design studio downtown.
So the pressure was on again.
Big time. And when they asked her that question, she said, honestly, I don't know. Maybe traveling, maybe running my own business someday.
That sounds honest, but
But it sounded like she had zero direction, like she wasn't even thinking about this actual job and this actual room.
so that's one trap, sounding lost or completely unfocused.
Right, but there's another trap too, isn't there? The opposite one.
There is. Some people go way too big. In 5 years, I'll be running the whole company.
A little too ambitious for someone on day one.
A little too ambitious. It can actually sound disconnected from the real job that's sitting right in front of you.
So what's the balance then? Where's the middle ground?
The balance is connecting your answer to growth inside that same path. Not too big, not too passive.
Can you give me an example of that?
Sure, something like, in 5 years, I'd love to have grown into a more senior role here with more responsibility on projects like this one.
That shows ambition, but it's still connected to the actual job on the table.
It stays on the path. That's the key phrase, honestly. Stay on the path.
I like that a lot. Not too small, not too big, just growing along the same road.
Did your friend ever get another interview after that one?
She did, actually, and she used almost that exact phrasing the second time around.
How did it go?
Much better. She said the interviewer even nodded while she was talking, which apparently never happens.
A nod is basically the interview version of applause.
It really is. Small change, big difference in how the answer landed.
Along the same road. Okay, I think it's time to practice a little.
Ooh, practice time. Let's do it.
Let's imagine we're actually in the interview now. You be the interviewer and I'll answer.
Should we think about tone, too? Not just the words?
Good point. Calm, steady, not rushed, even if your heart is racing on the inside.
So the words can be perfect, but if the tone sounds panicked, it still lands badly.
Right. Slow down, breathe, and let the sentence finish before the next one starts.
And eye contact helps too, doesn't it? Or at least looking at the camera if it's a video call.
It really does. It signals confidence, even when your stomach is doing somersaults underneath.
Noted. Slow and steady. Okay, I'll be the interviewer now. Michelle, what's your biggest weakness?
Honestly, I sometimes take on too many tasks at once because I don't like saying no, but I've started using a weekly planner to manage my workload better.
Good answer. Very calm, very controlled. Now, why do you want to work here?
I noticed your company puts a lot of focus on training new employees, and that really matters to me right now since I'm still building my own skills.
Nice. And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I'd love to have grown into a more senior role here, taking on a little more responsibility over time.
See? That sounds so much calmer than the deadlines version from earlier.
So much calmer. No sinking feeling anywhere in that answer.
None at all. Let's switch now. I'll answer, and you be the interviewer.
Okay. Chris, why do you want to work here?
I read that your team focuses on helping small businesses grow, and honestly, that kind of work has always felt meaningful to me.
Good. Real, specific, and connected. Not generic at all.
Thank you. I learned from the awkward silence, apparently.
Clearly. Okay, one more. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, Chris?
In 5 years, I'd love to be leading small projects on this same team and mentoring newer people the way someone once mentored me.
Ooh, that's a strong answer. Ambitious, but still grounded in the actual role.
Grounded is the word, not floating off into some imaginary future job.
One more round, actually. My turn to interview you. Chris, what's your biggest weakness?
Honestly, I sometimes procrastinate on smaller tasks, so I've started breaking my day into short blocks with a timer.
Calm, honest, and it ends with an actual fix. No extra weaknesses added for free.
I learned from the best, apparently.
That felt good. 3 questions down, all answered with confidence, and 0 potatoes involved.
0 potatoes, a new personal record.
Right there on the same road. Okay, now let's do a quick recap because we've actually covered a lot today.
We really have. So, question 1. What's your biggest weakness?
And the fix is name one real small weakness and always close it with the concrete action you're taking to improve it.
Never leave it floating, no matter how honest you're feeling in that moment.
Question 2. Why do you want to work here?
And the fix is mention something specific and real about the company connected to a personal goal.
Not a generic answer like, I need a job or it pays well.
Question 3. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
And the fix is stay on the same path. Show real growth without being too ambitious or too passive.
And a few useful words came up along the way too, right?
Definitely. Biggest weakness, meaning a real area you know you can improve.
Generic answer, meaning something vague, not specific to that company or that role.
An awkward silence, that horrible quiet moment right after a weak answer.
Connected, meaning your answer actually links back to the company or to the role itself.
And honestly, all 3 fixes share one idea underneath them.
Which is?
Be specific and be honest, but always give the answers somewhere to land.
Somewhere to land. I like that phrase. No floating answers allowed.
None. And once you know that pattern, honestly, most interview questions start to feel a lot less scary.
Because you're not guessing anymore. You already know what they're really asking for.
Good ones, all of them. Are you ready for question 4 now?
I've been ready this whole episode.
I know. Okay, here it comes finally.
Drum roll, please.
This one is simple, almost too simple. What is your notice period? Or when can you start?
That sounds easy. Why would that trip people up at all?
Because people either don't know the answer or they say something that sounds unprofessional, like, whenever, I guess.
Oh, and that sounds careless, honestly, even if it isn't meant that way.
It really does. The fix is simple, though. Know your notice period before you even walk through the door.
And say it clearly and calmly. I can start in 2 weeks, or whatever it actually happens to be.
Simple, but so easy to mess up if you haven't thought about it beforehand.
Punctuality with your own timeline, basically.
I love that. Punctuality with your own timeline. Can you model that one too, just quickly?
Sure. My current notice period is 2 weeks, so I could realistically start right after that.
Calm, clear, no, whenever, I guess, anywhere in sight.
None at all. Short question, short answer, but people trip over it constantly because they never prepare for it.
The simple ones are sneaky like that. Okay, I think that covers everything for today.
It does. 4 questions, 4 traps, and 4 honest fixes.
And if you want to keep practicing this kind of thing, we made a whole episode on Tell Me About Yourself, another question people always struggle with.
That one pairs perfectly with today's episode, so go check it out right after this.
It really does. Well, I think we learned something today.
What did we learn here?
Honesty is good, but honesty needs direction. A weakness with a fix, a reason that's real, a goal that's connected.
That's actually a pretty solid rule for interviews, and honestly, for life too.
It kind of takes the fear out of it too, doesn't it? Once you know what they're really asking.
It really does. The questions stop feeling like traps, and they start feeling like normal conversation.
Normal conversation with a little bit of preparation underneath it. That's all it ever was.
Well said. Okay, that's all for today's episode.
See you in the next one, everyone.